And we got the dashboard removed. This is where our heater core is at up here. Finally got the assembly down. These are the garage hand tools that I use. This is our culprit right here that we got to replace, the heater core. LS3 swap. Looking at almost 600 horsepower. We ain't put it on the dyno yet, YouTube. It can be pretty complicated changing out your heater core, and it can take you forever to do it if you don't know everything you need to know. Today, YouTube, I want to share with you step by step how to change out your heater core on your 71 to 76 Chevy Impala or Caprice. And while we doing it, I'm gonna drop a few jewels on y'all that's gonna help y'all to change it out as quick as you possibly can. That way you can get it changed out in under 30 minutes. Let's get it. Hey, today, YouTube, we're gonna be replacing the heater core in this 72 convertible Impala. So if you got a 71 to 76 Caprice or Impala, you can use this video as a guide to replace your heater core. Now, I know how complicated, I know how difficult it can actually be to replace a heater core, y'all. This ain't my first heater core. I've done a few of them, so I know how complicated it is, and they can be a pain in the you-know-what. That's if you don't take every single precaution that I'm gonna share with you in this video, y'all. It can turn out to be a cumbersome, it can turn out to be a headache, and you can spend hours out there whipping away at your heater core, trying to finagle that heater box off, trying to get it changed out. And I seen a few videos online where people, they have hard times, man. They have problems. They say that General Motors did not keep us in mind when they did this design for the heater core. Yeah, that's what they say. But if it's a will, guess what, y'all? It's a way, and we're gonna get right to it, y'all. I'm gonna be sharing with you a few tips. It's gonna allow you to change out your heater core as easy as you possibly can without being a pain in the you-know-what, without being a headache. The only thing that I need for you to do is to make sure that you watch this entire video and that you don't skip through it. Otherwise, you're gonna miss something, and you're probably gonna be one of the ones out there that take an hour or 2 hours or sometimes even 3 hours to change out a heater core, man. And it's an awkward position. You don't want to be down there like that, y'all. All right, so y'all stay locked in with me. Let's get it. All right, YouTube. These are the garage hand tools that I use to remove the heater core and replace the heater core. This is just a regular ratchet. It got a little small end and a large end to it, and a little small extension. This is just a nut driver. They got the little socket head on the end of it. You can put a socket on the head of it. And this is a 5/16 socket. I got a Phillips screwdriver here, and I got a 1/2 inch and a 7/16 deep well socket. And then I got this long crowbar here. This ratchet and this extension, small extension, with this 3/16 socket head. I use these to remove all my 5/16 hex head bolts, taking the dasher loose, taking the air conditioning components loose and things of that nature. You'll see that all the bolts are 5/16. The Phillips screwdriver is used to take the Phillips screws loose that hold the dash pad on. All the trim pieces, you use a Phillips screwdriver to remove all of the dashboard screws. And then it's 7/16 and 1/2 inch. These are the socket sizes for the bolts that hold the heater box to the firewall itself. You use this to take the bolts out on the inside, and you use this to take the nuts off in the engine compartment. It's all a 7/16 or 1/2 inch socket. And then what I use this crowbar for is after I got everything loose, I'll show you in just a minute. But I had to use this to kind of get the heater box to move off of the dashboard. So, all right, we'll cover that in a minute. All right, now that we know what tools we need, let's hop right into it, YouTube. All right, YouTube. Today is the day, man. Now y'all see these heater core lines up here. Today, we're gonna reintroduce the heater core into the LS cooling system. And the reason we're reintroducing the heater core to the LS cooling system so that we can tie this back into the mix, y'all. Originally, I had these two lines capped off and plugged off. And what I discovered is that this LS cooling system is designed to have consistent coolant flow through these lines. I've seen a lot of people just do a little loop from this port to that port. They call it a bypass hose. But if you do that, I mean, you're just taking hot water, dumping it back into the cool water mix. You know, it don't really do no justice. And we're just gonna reintroduce the heater core like it was designed to do. And also, as you see here, we tied in the expansion valve. The bottom of the expansion valve is coming here. It goes into here. It goes into this side of the heater core. And this is the exact same way that the Tahoes and the Suburbans is set up. I'm very interested to see what kind of results we're gonna get when we route this cooling system just like it came from the factory. All right, what you're looking at is what's called a LS swap. When you take a fuel injected engine and you stick it into an older model car or into a car that it wasn't originally designed for. With Chevys R Us, this is what we specialize in. This is what we do. And we teach you how to do everything you need to know, from wiring to the fuel system, to engine placement, to engine cooling system, everything you need to know, y'all. Our goal is to help you do both a LT swap or LS swap. As easy as you can possibly do it, as inexpensively as you can possibly do it without sacrificing quality and performance. Y'all go ahead, hit that subscribe button in the top right corner and turn on your notification bells. That way you get all the new videos when we drop them. All right, let's get this heater core replaced. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get that dash cap off. And with this dash cap, you got two Phillips screws. You got one on this side and you got one on the other side. You gotta open up the door. And then you also got these screws right there. Right, one right there. We got one right there. So we're gonna get all four of them Phillips screws off and we'll be right back with y'all in a minute. All right, YouTube, we also got screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 screws around the trim. So I'm gonna get those out with the Phillips screwdriver and we'll be back in a minute. All right, YouTube, you got a piece of the dashboard that's being held by this little trim piece right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this Phillips screw so I can take this trim piece off. And I'm also gonna remove that one over there because the edge of this trim piece is holding the dashboard down. So I'm gonna remove this as well. Be back in a minute. And these trim pieces also have another screw. You gotta take this screw out, and then you gotta also take this screw out right here. All right, y'all. Now that I got all the trimming out, got the trimming freed up, I'm gonna try to just ply this dash out real easy. All right, y'all, let me drop a jewel on y'all, man. So this dashboard, it was a little difficult to get out. I couldn't get it from this end first, but I found it easy to get out if I come from the driver's side end first. So we're gonna pull this end out first, like this. And then when we put it back in, we'll put that in first, y'all. So keep that in mind. There it is. All right, y'all. Now that we got the dashboard removed, this is where our heater core is at up here. So we gotta move all this out the way, y'all. First thing that I'm gonna remove is I'm gonna remove this dashboard. This down, not the dashboard, but the let me take this out. I just removed that. That looks like it comes right out. So let me remove this this box right here, and I'm also gonna remove this door right here. So I'll be back with y'all in a minute. All right, y'all. Kind of ran into a little hiccup here. One of my screws is stripped out right here. It's already stripped out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these screws right here off at the bottom. Yeah, those couple of screws right there, and we should be able to get that unit out then. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back with y'all in a minute. Those are they're actually 5/16, y'all. 5/16. So let me get them off. I'll be back in a minute. All right, y'all. We got the dashboard out. I got that screw out right there, y'all. Just kept finagling with it. And eventually it came on off. So we got that off. Next thing we're gonna take off is this little piece right here. This little piece, and it looks like it got two screws. It's got one right here, which is a 5/16, and then it's got one right here, which is a 5/16. So I'm gonna get them two off, and we'll be back in a minute, y'all. Once you get them two screws out, that just pulls out from the top part, just like that, y'all. So we get down to the meat. We're getting closer and closer to where we need to be. Our culprit is actually inside of this guy right here. So this is the unit that we gotta take down. Let me move this stuff out the way, and then we'll see what else we need to take off. So be right back in a minute. All right, y'all, we're gonna remove this little piece down here at the bottom. This little piece right here. And I think there's some more big screws behind this piece. So this is a 5/16. So I'm gonna take this off. Be back in a minute. All right, y'all. Next thing we're gonna take off is gonna take off this little screw right here. And once we take this screw off, we're gonna start taking loose the mounting bolts that mounts this piece right here to the firewall. And it should drop down here and come on out this way. So we'll be back in a minute, y'all. All right, y'all. You got a 7/16 bolt you gotta take out right there. And you also got another one that you gotta take out right there. So that's 1, 2, and then I think you got 2 more from the other side that you gotta take off. on the firewall right here. This is one of them right here. And then if you look directly below that, it's actually one down there. There it is down there at the bottom. You really can't see it too good, but you got to take them two bolts off. And they are the same size, 7/16. I've already took that top one off. So now I'm gonna take the bottom one off, y'all. Be right back in a minute. All right, y'all. This thing is a little tough coming out. So I think I'm gonna take that bolt off right there as well. So let me get that off and I'll be right back with y'all. All right, YouTube. Finally got the assembly down. This is our culprit right here that we gotta replace, the heater core. So now y'all, to get this heater core out, only thing you need to do is take that little 5/16 screw out and that bracket will come off and you can pull the whole heater core out. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I got a 5/16 right there. Let me put the phone now. And here's the heater core right here, y'all. Y'all can see where it been leaking all down here. This sucker ain't no good no more. So I'm gonna take the screw out and use this screw to bolt the new one in. First thing I'm gonna do is sit them side by side, make sure they look the same. So let's do that, YouTube. All right, here go both heater cores. They pretty much look the same. I just gotta take this little fluffing off here, slide it on here. So let me put the, there you go, right there like that. Put that one right there. That one over there. That just sits in between there like that. Like that, y'all. Slide that down like that. Like down like that. I don't think she's ready to go in there, y'all. So let's get her installed. We'll be back in a minute. All right, y'all. Got the heater core installed in here. So now I'm gonna flip this back over and put that little metal line back on right here. Put this little metal line back on the top. And then we'll get this thing mounted back up in there, y'all. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, y'all. I got this bolted back up in there and had to wrestle around with it just a little bit. It wasn't too bad on a scale of 1 to 10. Getting that set back up in there, probably be about a 4 or 5. It wasn't bad at all, y'all. So now it's reassembly time. I got this little piece right here. So I just set it right there. I'm gonna screw that in. Screw that in with a 5/16. Then I'll be right back. I got the got this piece back in. Got all the hoses hooked up. I got the glove compartment back in. I didn't put the screw back. So now I'm gonna put this bottom piece back right here on. Just screw that back up with 5/16. But actually with Phillips screws, it goes up with these long Phillips screws right here. So let me get that screwed up and I'll be back in a minute. And just so you know, them two long Phillips screws, one goes in the middle right there, right underneath the ashtray, and the other one goes right here on the end. Yep, on the end down here. Just a little small Phillips screw go right here. That don't require no long one. All right, y'all. Got the dash all put back together. Now it's time to put the cap back on. And like I was saying before, whenever we took this guy out, we couldn't get that end out. You had to take this end out first. So we're gonna put that in first. I'm gonna go over there and make sure my My pipe is hooked up. There you go. Got it pushed up in there. That's it. That's it, family. All right, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all these screws secured, and I'll be back with y'all in a minute. With Chevys R Us, our goal is to help you do your LT swap or your LS swap as easy as you possibly can, as inexpensively as you possibly can, y'all. If you like learning this kind of stuff, y'all do me a favor and hit that subscribe button before you get out of here. And turn on your notification bell. That way you see all the new videos when we post them. If this your first time on the channel, in our last video, we actually talked about all the parts that you need. If you have not checked that video out, I highly advise you, click that link in the top right corner and check that video out. Give you an overview and a general idea of what you're going to be spending in parts to do your LT swap. So y'all check that out. And just to let you know, we talk about things like this, man, every single Wednesday on Go Live Wednesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we also have a live car show and tell. So if you've been working hard on a project and you want to show it off, hey, we'll be more than happy to have you for Go Live Wednesdays with Chevy's R Us family, y'all. YouTube!